holding on to stuff that's holding us back. Nobody hearing me in here. Sometimes we'll let things rob us of our freedom because we don't know what's going to happen as a result of letting it go. We'll keep holding on to it. We're afraid that we might be placed in the fire. We're afraid that we might have to struggle. We're afraid that we might have to fight. And sometimes God says the struggle is actually what I want to get you in, because it's going to be the struggle that's going to free you. God says, I want you to let some stuff burn. But God said too many of us are afraid of the struggle if we have to leave safety. Sometimes there's some things that we won't let burn. We won't let not tithe and burn. Because we don't feel like we don't have enough at the end. We won't let sin and the weights that so easily beset us go, because we don't think we're going to be able to really have fun after we get on the Lord's side. But those of you that have been around the block a time or two, you ain't start having fun until you got saved. Well, being saved can be the sweetest thing that ever happened to you. Once you turn it all over to Jesus, you ain't got to worry about your stuff no more, because he'll take care of you. How much sweeter can he get, baby? We won't let go of certain relationships because we feel like we can't survive without them. We can't. I know I'm talking to a good church here. We feel like we can't get through the hump and we can't make it on our own. We won't let go of the past sometimes because we are fearful of the future. Some people won't step out in faith simply because they're afraid to step out into their future. Even our pain, sometimes we won't let that burn because the pain is comforting us. The pain makes us feel good. But I want to serve you notice today, and I went through that litany for a reason, because it's actually a strategy of the enemy. Because if he can keep us in fear of the struggle, he can keep us from operating in the freedom that God intends for us to have. If he can keep us afraid of the struggle, he can keep us from operating in our future and moving to the level that God has called us to be. If he can keep us from operating in faith, he can keep us from operating in fear. And the Bible declares that God has not given us the spirit of fear, but he's given us the spirit of power, of love, and a sound mind. All I'm saying is the moment you let some stuff burn, you're telling the enemy that I'm making up in my mind that I'd rather struggle than be bound. Ain't nobody getting this. I'd rather struggle than have to be incarcerated in my mind and in my spirit. So if you got to go ahead and go. But I refuse to be bound, because whom the Son sets free is free indeed. So some stuff I've just got to let go. I've got to let go something simply because I'm letting the enemy know I'm not afraid to struggle, because if God took care of me before you showed up, ain't nobody hearing me here. He'll sure enough take care of me. Do I have a witness in here? He won't just take care of you while people are there, but if somebody there to walk out on you, God said, that's when I stepped in. Didn't I tell you I was Jehovah Jireh? Didn't I tell you that I would supply all your needs according to his riches and glory? So why are you worried? Why are you fretting? Why are you crying? God says, I'll be there in the thick, through the thin, when it hurts. I ain't preaching to everybody in here, but I'm preaching to a few people that know that he's been there and he stood by your side. If I'm talking to you, confirm it with a neighbor next to you and tell him he's standing